Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we're going to work with this one. This is an interesting looking pattern, I thought. It is number 8470 on friendshipbracelets.net. So let me just copy this part here. And this is my template that I've created. This is from the graph paper over my website. You guys can go over there and grab it over AWOL.com. And yeah, there's all different sizes for whatever you need. So let's rotate this 90 degrees. And use my scale tool to make that bigger so we can see what we're doing. That might be a bit much. There we go. And put this to a new layer so we can kind of shift it off to the side. Now this is again one of those ones where I'm not sure which makes for a better center. I think we're gonna go with this. I don't really, it's a toss-up. We might even change some things along the way. I need a cool color to use. I think I'm gonna use this dark blue to represent where the black is on this, because I don't like using black, because if we use the tool for painting everything, it does mess with the outline. So all right, so the first thing off the bat is there's these three dots here, and then this just comes in. It's a little hard to see like the number because again this is in black, but yeah, it looks like it's just 4 knots, and this comes out, and then we have like the diamond here. I think when I first saw this pattern, these outer diamond things kind of had me thinking more was going on with this than it really does, which again always disappoints me. I think when you look at how my patterns get laid out, I think it sort of tells the story a little bit better is all. So yeah, there's that one. And then this comes back up. So yeah, this outer line really just continues endlessly. So that's going to be a string that potentially gets used an awful lot. So yeah, just a heads up there. That's a thing. It's kind of wild how this works. So it's relatively easy, right? I mean, it really just repeats an awful lot. I'm kind of wondering, do we want to change that? And if so, where? So there's this one, there's this one. Let's go ahead and make it on this pass here. Right, so now we'll have the diamond, then the dots, then the diamond, the dots, right? So there'll be there'll be 4 of those, and then there'll be 3 of the other. So now let's bring the dark all the way in. Instead of ending earlier, we'll bring that all the way in. And this is in every other one as far as the colors go, right? There's an equal number of darks as there are to the lights. So this is kind of the same size diamond. Let's do that. Let's do this out here. Yeah. Just to really kind of change it up a bit, right? I mean, that's kind of cool. All right, let's. Okay, so far we've done this whole thing with only doing out one color, um, which feels a little bit like cheating. However, I'm kind of okay with that. um, we can color in the whole thing with one big swoop using that tool I was talking about before, where we select by the color. But yeah, this looks like really straightforward. We're going to be able to um, create diamonds and stuff, and just using the two simple knots, just knots going to the left and knots going to the right. So this will look complicated, but somebody that is a little bit new to bracelets, not completely new, but you know, not quite as familiar as some of us might be, would be able to pick this up and be able to run with it. And I like those. I think that's fun. I don't think that all my videos should be that way, but I do think it is kind of fun when we can pull off something like this. So far, if you notice, I am strictly following straight rows just to make sure that that's really the thing. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. Just makes it a little bit easier to hit the targets. Because trying to click inside of these things is that's a little bit of a challenge. All right. So far, this seems to be working just fine. So yeah, this is totally just doing a my take on a pattern. This is no longer just, you know, whatever the original artist came up with. This has gotten a change. That's okay. I kind of wanted, if you guys remember, if you saw yesterday's video, I kind of wanted to really change up yesterday's, and then it kind of ran out of space a little too soon, which was a little bit disappointing for me. I really do um, want to make my videos about making it more than just how to start and end a bracelet, or you know, just ordinary stuff. I kind of want to put the how to make personal touches onto a design like this. But sometimes it's about, you know, how do you make sure that it's centered the way you want it to be? And, you know, there's still lessons to be had there. Come on. All right. There's like so many things going in so many different directions. It's uh we are almost there though. So this originally was a black and white bracelet. I obviously will probably not use black and white. I don't know what I will use, but we're bound to find something nice. So there we go. Yeah, it's just knots going in straight rows, guys. This is going to be relatively easy to make. All right, so now let's use that tool like I suggested where we select everything in here. Let's pick a nice contrasting color. Let's go with yellow. Go to our paint tool and choose the fill hole selection, and it will color in all the rest, just like that. I used Control A to highlight everything so it stops that whole flashy thing because of where it was selected there. So now I can use the select tool and grab this top half that we worked on. Control C, Control V, get the flip tool, vertical, and then use the move tool and bring it down here. And it'll kind of clip right to the the whatever line this is. What do you call that? Um, a guideline. Wow, my brain just went totally blank there for a second. So yeah, I brought a guideline to show me where the halfway point is, and it just makes everything easier. It just snaps right on. Wow, so here's our bracelet now. So now we've got kind of a weird zigzag thing coming in, and then it goes into these other pieces, and there's our four diamonds and the three things with the four dots. That's really, really cool. I really like this. That's fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these tutorials possible. I really can't do it without their help. And thank you for hanging around with me. This has been a fun one today. And next week, obviously, I will make the bracelet, and we'll see how difficult it was. So yeah. All right, guys. Um, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.